Welcome to Can I Say Something? We got a big news day today because a couple things. Number one, production's going through the roof. Check this out. I know I said I was going to do everything low key, no production, and I'm still standing by that. Okay, so don't you dare think I'm going against my word here. But we did get some updates here. We got a little light. Look at this. Don't look directly at it. Should have told you that before. Don't want to blind anybody. And look at this. Pen and paper. Lots of paper. This is the pen. Yeah. So production budget just went through the roof, bud. Okay. Yeah, you can say we're bloated as shit with the budget over here. A lot of skimming going on over here because the budget's fat, baby, and we're eating well. And the big news isn't just the fact that we got production. I wanted to bring production into this because this is important pivot. And in addition, I should say, this is building on top of, not pivoting, we're building on top of what CISS is. And, last time we were speaking, and I was like, man, should I talk about some stuff? And I think the answer is obviously yes. We have to. I can't, you know what I mean? I was thinking out loud, as this normally is in this rant. I'm like, do you want to let, we got to keep talking about this stuff. It can only be healed when it's brought out into the light. That's it. Heal the wounds. You got to go into the water, go into the ocean. Yeah, it's going to bring a little barracuda out there, but you grab it by the throat. It's got a long neck. It's just neck. The whole barracuda's neck. You grab it, you tighten around there. You want to bite me, buddy? So something shiny. It's my gold foot. Don't bite it. Drop his ass down. Take him out of the water. Start beating his ass. Can't breathe up there. Yeah, it's unfair. Well, guess what? I went to his home, and I started knocking on doors, pushing in little buttons to see what the secret passageways open. Nothing. They're all just shells and a lot of sticky mud. But I kicked his ass. I'll say that again. I kicked his ass. But this is important because we got a huge. This might be what the show turns into. And I know I've been discussing what could this be? How could this be? Why could this be? Could it be? I'll talk all I want. You're not going to stop me. You can't. And I think what we should be doing, and chime in on this, get in on the chat. I know there's I think people who only are subscribed are able to comment. I'm not sure, but I am sure. I set that parameter. I do know. That wasn't a lie. That was just me. I'm not trying to lie to you. Okay. But I think I came on to something here. And I think this is going to help myself and all of us deal with what's going on. All right. Because, sometimes I'm like, I think we've all heard this. Gavin Newsom's out there, a lot of random political personalities, et cetera, wanting to kind of do what Trump does and get in the mix and say crazy shit and whatever the hell AI slop, reposting each other on the meme wars. But and there's an idea that it's bullying, right? Yeah, you got to bully each other, whatever, stuff like that. And I don't like that. For a moment there, I was like, oh, maybe bullying, but that's not what this is. This isn't bullying because I feel like bullying somebody is like calling somebody out on maybe a thing they can't control or a misspeak as I do. And then, and just right. It's base humor. It's really stupid. It's non-productive to bully somebody, right? But to call somebody out, give constructive criticism, or to check somebody when they're doing something that's fucked up, or maybe whatever, you can do that publicly. That's a different thing than bullying. That's a different thing than making fun of somebody because they just tripped. Right. But whatever. So I'm like, we got to call this stuff out. And the stuff that is absurd, the stuff that is wrong, the stuff that is hurting other people or ourselves, right? We can call that out. And I think we can roast that. We can make fun of that, and we can bring that bad boy to the ground, because I think that's what we need to do. We got to laugh at these things, laugh at these people who are doing harm. All right. Because they're not going to take that from us. Not going to take it from us, right? They're not the victim in this situation, is my point, right? They're not a vulnerable person. They're harming others. And that's what we got to do. You know what I'm saying? The bully always picks on people, punches down, as they say, punches on vulnerable people, taking advantage of people who don't have the opportunity or the ability to defend themselves. And I'm saying we're punching up. That's not bullying. You know what I'm saying? And we've heard this before. Speak truth to power. Sure, but I can make some stuff up. I can make rumors up. Donald Trump has really long nipples. That's what I heard. I heard that. Who told me that? I did. I told myself that. Yeah, speak to myself. Bring me to court. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. This is just something that I've heard. And you can do that. And you should do that. That's all right until it's not all right anymore. It's our left. All right. So this is what I'm thinking. And this is a way for us to determine whether or not something is harmful. And I hit my computer with my mic. Get over it. And the windows are closed. Okay. So here's my pup. Good guy. Little dance shoes he's got on. So I'm thinking that we have the CISS piss test. We have a piss test to see what's going on. Now, what does piss stand for? Of course, it stands for something. CISS, can I say something? Piss. What is the piss? First off, okay, is it P? Is it public erosion? Is what this is doing destroying public trust? Public works, anything that we use as the public. Is it destroying them? The second thing, is it idiotic? Is it just dumb? We can just go straight to it. Is it just an idiot? Is it stupid? S, is it a scam? What's going on? Are they grifting people? This is clearly just a money grab. And the last S, let me look at this here. Slowly killing us. Is it slowly killing us? What is it? Right? Mental, physical, spiritual, could be anything, right? So if any one of these markers get ticked, guess what? It's full of piss. It's piss. It's piss. And I'm not saying, and this isn't one of these things where I'm advocating or evangelicizing. I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. I'm going to think of the word later. Okay. But you know what I'm trying to say. All right. Evangelizing. Got it. Didn't even need that long. Give it to me right now. Put it on my chest and give me a little ring that says I won. All right. But I'm not evangelizing. Okay. About pissing. And no, I know it's sterile. People put in their eyes and all that other crazy shit. That's that for the piss test. That's piss. That's 100%. That's just piss. That's piss. So we can just table that and just all agree that's piss. Oh, I hit the table. And is it hurting public? Is that public erosion? 100%. Yeah. Because I'm going on the train with that guy and that guy's going to smell like piss. He's got piss in his stomach. Probably going to get me sick. Is it idiotic? 100% it's idiotic. Is it a scam? Yeah. People sell me piss jars. Anything's a piss jar. Anything. You can piss on your shirt and that can be a piss jar, right? Just a container to hold piss, right? And the last one is it slowly killing us? Oh, yeah, your piss is slowly killing you. Because I know you're doing Baja Blast. You're not even drinking water. You're not even drinking water, bud. You know what I mean? If it was just like something good and then yeah, but it's not. You're just drinking shit and then the piss is shit. And you're putting that shit in your eye. Well, it's piss. But you know what I mean? So this is the metric that I think we should all be looking through. We should look at everything as a piss test. Is it piss? And call it out that it's piss. That's piss. No, thank you. That's waste. Don't want it. Get it out of here. No shame though. Right? To people who, pee on each other. I'm not trying to yuck yum, but that's a different thing. I'm not talking about that. You know what I'm doing. Okay. You know what I'm doing. And this is, again, now we're back on it. Right now we're like, what can we talk about? I'll tell you what I want to talk about. Can I say this? I think I can. I will, because this is, I decide this. Flock cameras, right? Mass surveillance that's going on. Private security and digital surveillance that's happening all around our country. And community boards are voting for it. City council members are voting for it. I don't understand why. Probably that money. I mean, that's for sure what it is, but dumb, stupid. Now, the flock cameras, is it public erosion? 100%. Yeah. Now, if you're not familiar with these things, these are just these like random black poles that have like what looks like a solar panel on it and like a little box, whatever. Fairly unassuming, but just strange, off-putting. Right? You're like, what the hell is this? What is this doing here? It's just surveilling you. It's just giving data to infrastructures that are just, looking to use AI to do any kind of policing or search on us, right? I mean, they're looking at license plates and like deciding whether or not someone was doing something illegal when they weren't. This one dude is dealing with that. He said, like, yeah, this whole ticket, it's just crazy. It's an AI thing doing it. It doesn't make any sense. I trust a random person behind the computer looking at it going like, it's probably not right. Then a computer, 100%. There's no checks, right? People just get that information from the flock information database and being like, that's accurate because the algorithm of this thing said, we don't trust it. We know that is dumb. This shit is dumb. It's figuring it out as it's going on. It's learning as it's doing. So it shouldn't be there. Sorry, bud. You're fired. So these flock cameras, I'm not a fan of them. Not a fan. Is it public erosion? Let's throw the piss test here. Is it public erosion? Yeah, because that's public trust. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like what now what's going on? Who's watching us? Whatever that Latin quote is about who watches the Watchmen, right? Like, what the hell is this? No, thank you very much. We already got those speed trap cameras that goes on the the red lights and all that stuff. And I went when it was a yellow. My back tire were off the line. It was yellow. You snapped the photo. That wasn't me. I didn't go through the red. And I know it looks like I was on my phone, but it wasn't. It was a brick of cheese. Oh, guilty. I eat cheese when I drive. I'm hungry all the time for dairy, for bricks of dairy. And if I had a small town in London, that's what it would be called, bricks of dairy. A little area in London called bricks of dairy. That's what I would have. And we wouldn't sell milk. Get your head out of your ass. We're selling PCs, personal computers, bud. That's right. Bricks of dairy. That's what we're doing. PCs. Like, what? It doesn't matter. Look, I'm not good at branding. I'm good at making PCs when I'm in London. That's just what I do. I'm known for it. LAN parties, buddy. Look it up. Is it idiotic? Yeah. It's stupid. It's stupid. Well, there's this group of guys in London doing this. Well, they'll go around and those like chop them down. I forgot what they're called. They have like a fun name for a really cool name. They're just cutting these things down. Good for them. I like that. That's cool. That's cool to me. I like that. I'm not advocating people to go and destroy public property or private property. But that's cool they did that. Not advocating for it at all. That's illegal. I wouldn't do that. That's cool. Is it slowly killing us? Yeah. For sure. The stress of this. And we got to deal with this. Then we got to deal with this. What the hell is this? What do you want to know what we're doing? What do you want to know we're doing? They're scared of us, man. They're scared of us because they know we're breakdancing out there. They know we're having fucking fun. A lot of these wiener guys up there, and they're wieners. The wieners who are running these companies are wieners, are bad people. They're not having fun. They don't know how to. They're not cool. They don't like music. They don't, you know, we do. We're having a great time. We're kicking it. People got personal handshakes. Do you understand this? And they're using the cameras to see what they are, and they're trying to steal them. Not on my watch. Took a long time to build up that friendship. Took a long time to build up that fingy and wrist strength to make that handshake work. And now Flock's gonna come over here and try to snatch that? Nah, bud. Nah. That's a crime. Maybe we should put that in the Constitution. You try to steal my handshake, you're gonna go to jail forever. 150 years, Flock camera. Sorry. Oh, it was just my job. I was just IT. I was just a guy who, I was stacking the vending machine with all these photos of people that Flock had. That's weird. That's a weird thing you're doing at Flock headquarters, man. Vending machines should have like fun treats and sodas and water. Because it's not free, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. But instead, they've got the vending machine of photos of us. Allegedly, this is a rumor I heard. Crazy, unnecessary, and very weird, and very wiener-like behavior. That's wiener behavior. 100%. Someone tells you they work for Flock or any of these kind of companies that we'll be talking about, you just gotta say, hey, that's wiener. You're a wiener. 100% wiener. You know? I think bring back cusses that make fun of the male genitalia. That's fun. That's cool. That's what I'm saying. And is it a scam? Yeah. Yeah, they're scamming out all these like public police station. Like that's our tax. They're paying with our money. That should be used for like mental health, whatever it, to buy these camera setups for what? For what? You know what they should be doing? They should hire an officer to stand there. They got an iPhone. They got an Android. Yeah, I hit the camera, whatever. Right? And then just wherever they're at and just like, oh, shit. As long as they can until the battery dies. If that's really what they want. If that's really what they want to do. And then be like, we can all be like, oh yeah, that's Officer Braden. It's Officer Braden just recording us because that's what they're doing now. What is this? And you can go up to me like, "Whoa, why are you doing that?" They go, "Oh no, we gotta take we gotta make sure we get all the photos for you guys." It's like, okay, you gotta get photos for us. You know what, Flock? Here's an idea. And all this data surveillance, camera shit. We should get a yearbook at the end of the year. Flock should provide us a yearbook with all the photos they took that year in that area. And then we can be like, oh, look at that. That's really creepy. Oh, wow, you point at that public park the entire time. Oh, weird. That's really weird. And that's pretty much wiener behavior. Huh? No, I'm not signing your yearbook, Flock. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna signatory from moi, bud. Not gonna happen. Here's a little commercial. Here's a little free promo for Flock. Just somebody out there with a whole bunch of people like, don't you want to get flocked? We here at Flock Camera, we want to flock you. And we want to make sure everyone here knows that they like getting flocked. Do you like getting flocked? Yeah, we like getting flocked. Flock me. Flock Camera. Flock me. Somebody flock me. Oh, yeah. Oh, it feels so good getting flocked. Love getting flocked. Sick. And then, the sick will be in there. And of course, they're going to use like this sick because they're not cool. They're wieners. They don't get it. They're just going to AI somebody skateboarding and smoking a fucking blunt. They're not cool, dude. And then the AI, the person who did that prompt for the AI, the blunt and all stuff, they'd be like, that's illegal. They're going to jail because they're wieners. All right. Well, that's it for today. I want you to walk out of here knowing that you have the power to determine if something is piss. Spread this around. Spread the piss around. Okay. And if there's a lot of stuff covered in piss, then let me tell you, we got a lot of cleaning up to do. Because right now, my instinct is I think a lot of things are piss. And if that's the case, then guess what? Our sanitary systems need to be updated 100%. And we got to self-clean before we can clean others because the water bottle. You get what I'm saying? All right. Well, I love you guys. And yeah, I love you. So,